This is my bone charge PEMF mat. It costs nearly $700 and it's sitting on my office chair that I'm using. And I've been sitting on top of this mat for over a year and using it for what I don't see many other people using it. I'm using it for focus during my workday. Other reviews that I saw mostly focus on muscle recovery. I use it differently. Let me tell you all about it. If you've seen my red light mask from Bone Charge video review, you're familiar. You know that I've bought several of their products over a year ago. I've been using them. I also did a review of a sauna blanket, and now this is the third product that I bought over a year ago. And surprisingly, this one is my favorite. This one I'm using the most consistently. And the reason why I'm saying is surprisingly because I was the most skeptical about this particular one. I bought it the third after I already been using the mask and sauna blanket, just because the science around it seems a bit sketchy. So today let me tell you what this PEMF actually is, what it does, what my experience has been, and who do I think it's going to work for, and who is it not really necessary for. Let me start with the thing I had to get past first, the name. Pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. That sounds like either some kind of cutting-edge science or complete pseudoscience, depending who you're talking to. So when I first started researching it, I wasn't sure which one it was. And I'm really skeptical. The mat emits electromagnetic pulses at specific frequencies measured in hertz. And that corresponds to different wave states that your body naturally produces. And your brain syncs into those frequencies. It is called entrainment. The mat settings has different ranges from 1 to 30 hertz. Each range does something different. From 1 to 3 hertz, it's considered to be delta waves. It is supposed to stimulate deep sleep, relaxation, and that's what I see the most reviews about relaxation, recovery. The next one is 8 hertz. It's called Schumann resonance or theta waves. This is the Earth natural electromagnetic frequency. When you've probably heard about grounding, it helps with stress reduction. If you probably heard about benefits of walking bare feet on the ground, that's what this is all about. That's what it's supposed to emulate. It's supposed to bring that benefit to you without walking outside. From 9 to 12 hertz, it is considered to be alpha waves. Calm, focus, creativity. It's supposed to help with mindfulness. This is what I use it for during my workday. And from 13 to 30 hertz, it's considered to be beta waves. It's supposed to help you with active concentration, focus, mental activity. Now, let me be upfront, the same way I always am. PEMF therapy has real research behind it, and it's used for bone healing, but research behind the claims for focus, for relaxation, for grounding, a bit less rigorous than I would like. Let me just tell you what I personally have experienced. What makes this mat work for me? That it folds in two. So I can easily place it on my office chair that I use for work. And again, that removes any friction from using it. I'm not required to lay down on it for an hour to get all the benefits. I can place it on my chair and use it while I work. So that helps me actually consistently use it. This mat has remote control, which is very helpful because once you sit down on it, you can just change the setting using remote. That's very convenient as well. And the way I use it in the morning, when I'm getting into some deep focus time, I use it around 10 to 12 hertz for calm focus while I'm sitting for about 20 minutes, nothing overstimulating. Then at another time in the morning, when I get to sit down between my walking on the walking pad, I switch setting to to help me with more focused work. I do it throughout the morning, in the afternoon. Early afternoon, I bump up the range to about 20 hertz or even higher to help me with stimulating more, to help me with feeling more refreshed. Again, that helps me with more focus at work. And at the end of the day, when I get to sit down, I switch to 8 hertz, that one Schumann wavelength, and then later in the day, at the very end of my work day, to 1 to 3 hertz to switch frequency to more relaxing, more calm mode, to start helping me with a transition from workday to being present with my family time. That transition actually helps me because that's something I struggled a lot when I switched to working fully remote, that not having commute to go back home seems like a purely positive thing. However, without that transition from workday, it's always a bit hard to switch to your mindset to being present with your family. So having specific rituals at the end of the day helps me with that transition. And again, switching to those wavelengths using my mat helps me as well. On the top of those different frequencies, this mat has 2 other functions that I actually enjoy. I use one during warmer month when I don't have too many layers of clothes or wearing shorts while I'm sitting on it. It has red light therapy that helps with cell energy, with regeneration. We talked about red light mask. It has similar benefits for your skin. During winter, when I have several layers of clothing, I don't use the red light function as much because I don't think it penetrates your clothing. However, it has heat function, and I set it for about 110 Fahrenheit, and it helps me sit there in comfort when my office gets too cold. It helps me feel comfortable and keep me focused. So I really enjoy those 2 additional functions in addition to the focus or relaxation benefits of the mat. This mat also has gemstones inside of it: amethyst, tourmaline, quartz, onyx, and quite honestly, I'm more skeptical about health claim benefits of those gemstones than even the frequency itself. However, sitting on it makes it feel more luxurious because it's so pretty. They're just sitting, those little gemstones are sitting inside a mat. It makes the product feel more elevated, I should say. So it feels more, it makes it feel more higher quality. So let me recap. What does it help me with? It helps me with better focus. It helps me with afternoon energy slump when you start getting your mental fog. To be fair, I have incorporated a couple of other habits that help me with that afternoon energy slump as well. I'm trying to be more active. I'm trying to get more steps, and I'm using vibration plate as well almost every day during the workday. So that's been helpful with eliminating my afternoon 2 p.m. Energy crash. But I can notice that I'm getting into a deep focus work mode in the morning faster. It helps me with, as I mentioned, with a wind down routine at the end of the day when I can transition from working to being more present with my family. That's a big plus. And I must mention, there are 0 reliability issues. If you see in my red light mask therapy review, I mentioned that I had cord issues after 10 months of using it. Here I have 0 issues. Remote works, all the lights are working. It's working as it's supposed to when I'm doing it almost daily during my work day. The price, $6.99, is a significant price. So it's a premium product for a premium price. If you're on the fence about it, try investing in the smaller products first, maybe red light mask therapy, and see if you get benefits from it first. If you're not sure if you're going to be using it consistently, for example, if you're not working from home, you might not be able to use it because it's not fully portable. Yes, it has a bag to help to carry it, and it's not super heavy. It's only 12 pounds. However, if I'm traveling out of town for work, I never carry it with me. And I wouldn't say that it will be an easy thing to haul around. I only use it because it very easily can be placed on my office chair, and I can just sit on it without any friction, without making extra time to do that. So it may or may not work for your daily routine. Another thing worth knowing is it took me a little bit of time to figure out all the settings, all of those frequencies, all of the red light, the temperature changes. It could be a bit confusing. I'm not usually the one to read manual. I try to figure things out on my own before I read the manual. I know, a terrible habit, but for this one, I actually had to read manual to figure out how to use everything, click all the buttons. And also I must notice beeping. Beeping can be loud. So if you're doing it while on a Teams call, you either mute yourself very discreetly or set up all the settings before the call starts. I must mention that. So again, if you're just getting into wellness tech, I think due to cost and subtle changes, subtle benefits, it's not the best starting one. However, out of 3 bone charge products that I have, red light mask, red light infrared sauna, and this mat, this one is my favorite that I use the most consistently, and it's the most reliable and the highest quality. Have you been using it? Have you considered those types of PEMF mats? Let me know if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer. If you're interested in learning about other wellness products and what works, what doesn't, please let me know. If you don't know what to answer, please consider leaving blue or green hearts. Those are my favorite colors, and they help YouTube algorithm recommend my videos. I really appreciate you being here until the very end, and I'll see you next week.